Okay, so you open your laptop, right?
Mhm.
You look at your to-do list, and suddenly it's like your brain is just mashed potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
That really foggy kind of slow motion feeling where simple stuff takes forever and big meetings feel like you're wading through treacle.
Mm-hmm.
It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
And you often just blame yourself, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. It really is. But what's so important to get is that this feeling, it's not some personal failing. It's not that you lack drive.
Right.
It's actually incredibly common, especially now, with high stress jobs, sitting down all day. And the good news, it's often way more fixable than people think.
That's such a key point. It's so easy to think, ugh, what's wrong with me?
Exactly.
So today we're doing a deep dive. We want to, lift that fog, literally. Our mission is to really understand what brain fog is, figure out the common things that might be stealing your mental clarity, and crucially, look at how specific micronutrients might help bring back that sharp focus.
Yeah, getting back into that focus mode.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Brain fog to focus mode. So, okay, we've all felt it, that foggy feeling.
Yeah.
But what is it, really? Is there, like, a common way people describe it that's different from just being tired?
That's a really good question. It's important to be clear. Brain fog itself isn't like a formal medical diagnosis.
Okay.
It's more a collection of common symptoms. We're talking mental fatigue where your brain just feels wiped out, forgetfulness, walking into a room and just, why am I here?
Oh, yeah, done that.
Right. Low motivation where even stuff you normally like feels draining, and just generally struggling to focus or process things quickly. It can hit anyone.
It's that thing where you forget why you walked upstairs and you joke about getting old, but maybe it's not that simple.
Precisely. And what's really interesting, or maybe frustrating, is how often it gets brushed off as laziness or just, not trying hard enough. When actually it's often rooted in biology. There was a 2017 review in Frontiers in Psychology that actually connected this mental fatigue directly to things like inflammation, nutritional imbalances, even messed up sleep cycles.
Well, okay.
So it's a real biological thing happening, not just a vague feeling.
That really changes things, doesn't it? If it's biological. Then the next question is, what's actually going on inside us? What's stealing that clarity? Let's maybe start with something basic. Diet.
Yeah, absolutely. Think about those blood sugar roller coasters.
Right.
You have a sugary breakfast, feel great for an hour maybe, then boom, the crash hit.
Totally, the 11 a.m. slump.
Exactly. Or just going way too long between meals. Your brain needs steady fuel, and when it doesn't get it, things start feeling foggy.
Okay, so steady fuel is key.
Mm-hmm.
But beyond the telming and the sugar, what about things we might just be missing? Deficiencies.
Oh, that's a huge piece of the puzzle. Huge. We're talking about specific key micronutrients, like B-complex vitamins B1, B6, B12 are really important. Think of your brain needing premium fuel, right? These vitamins, they're essential for energy metabolism in the brain cells and for making neurotransmitters, the messengers your brain cells use to talk.
Got it. So less B vitamins, less brain communication?
Basically, yeah. Less efficient communication, more fatigue. Then there's iron, crucial for getting oxygen to the brain. Not enough iron, not enough oxygen, brain feels sluggish. Makes sense, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Magnesium is another big one. It's involved in hundreds of processes, helps with stress resilience, cognitive processing. It even helps calm the nervous system.
Wow, magnesium does a lot.
It really does. And omega-3 is essential for brain cell structure and communication. There was actually a study, 2020, in Nutrients looking at working adults. It showed pretty clearly that low levels of B12 and folate really impacted cognitive performance.
So it's not just willpower, it's actual biological building blocks we might be low on.
Exactly.
But it's not just diet, is it? Lifestyle must play a part, like caffeine. We all rely on it sometimes.
Right. And caffeine gives you that boost, that initial pick, but it often leads to a pretty hard crash later. Borrowing energy, really.
Yeah, paying it back with interest.
Kind of. And something even simpler, dehydration. Just not drinking enough water. It's so basic, but chronic dehydration really can make your brain feel like it's running slow.
So simple, but easy to forget.
Totally. And sometimes it's even stuff around us, like maybe the air quality in your office isn't great, less oxygen again, or just being stuck sitting all day, poor circulation isn't great for brain function either.
Right. These little things add up.
They definitely can compound that foggy feeling.
Okay, so we've kind of mapped out the problem area, brain fog, what it feels like, and some likely culprits from diet to lifestyle. The big question now for everyone listening is, what can we do? Let's talk solutions, specifically micronutrients that can actually help sharpen focus.
Yes, let's get practical. So these specific nutrients, they really are the building blocks. We mentioned B-complex vitamins seriously. Their role in supporting neurotransmitters and fighting fatigue is key.
Can't overstate those B vitamins.
Nope. And magnesium, like we touched on, helps manage mental stress, but also directly supports brain function, nerve signals, energy, the works.
Okay.
Vitamin D3 is another one to watch. Low levels are consistently linked to fatigue, even low mood or depression, which definitely clouds thinking.
Right. The sunshine vitamin.
That's the one. Zinc, too important for memory function and how fast you process information. And again, those omega-3s, foundational for learning, memory, just keeping things sharp.
It sounds like a whole toolkit the brain needs.
Yeah.
But it's not just about popping pills, is it? Even if you use good supplements.
No, absolutely not. While, trusted supplements can fill gaps, it's really about an integrated approach. Thinking about your meals, planning ahead a bit.
And snacks too.
Yeah, smart snacks.
Yeah.
Grabbing almonds instead of chips, maybe some dark chocolate, which has some benefits, or prepping something like chia pudding. These are strategic choices.
So taking that mashed potato bran we talked about and giving it the right stuff to firm up, get smooth, become that sharp tool again.
That's a great way to put it. And the science backs this up. There was another interesting study, Kennedy and colleagues back in 2010. They found B vitamin supplements actually improved cognitive performance under stress.
Wow, even under pressure.
Exactly. So the evidence for these nutrients is solid. But the real challenge for people listening is, okay, how do I actually do this? How do I make this part of my daily life so it sticks, not just a one-off fix?
That is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Moving from knowing to doing. And maybe that's where more sort of comprehensive support comes in, making it easier.
I think so. Imagine personalized nutrient plans tailored to your specific needs, maybe based on testing or symptoms.
Okay, that sounds helpful.
Or just having really easy, accessible options right there on your desk. Things like magnesium powder sticks you can just add to water.
Right.
Or specific tea blends designed to support focus. High-protein snacks within arm's reach.
Making the healthy choice the easy choice.
Exactly, and thinking about regular replenishment, making it automatic, part of the routine, maybe using smart reminders on an app, or having access to good, curated articles about cognitive health, just keeping it top of mind.
Yeah.
The whole goal is to shift from that cycle of just guessing what your body needs and then inevitably crashing,
Right.
to actually experiencing more consistently better days, real focus, real clarity.
So if we bring it all together, the main message here seems to be, brain fog isn't you failing. It's often your body sending a signal, like a nutritional flag waving at you.
Absolutely. And if your brain could write a wish list, micronutrients would be right there at the top. They're what let it really shine.
It really comes down to supporting your body, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Through smart food choices, maybe supplements, being aware of lifestyle. And that support directly fuels better focus, better clarity. So maybe the question for you listening is, how are you approaching your daily well-being and productivity with this in mind? And maybe, what other subtle signals might your body be sending just waiting for you to tune in?